Hi, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. Today we are going to look at a beer that's kind of unusual for me, and maybe for you. It is a low or no alcohol beer. And the low or no alcohol beer segment of the worldwide beer market is growing very, very quickly. It's expected to hit $25 billion in sales by the year 2024 and grow by 8% in that time as compared to just 1.8% for regular beer. So it is the fastest growing segment of the beer market, and a lot of breweries are, really starting to produce much better beers in this style. Generally, these beers tend to have if they're produced by a major beer company or a contract brewer, a cheapo kind of thing, they often have a really harsh vegetal sort of character, and it makes it very difficult to drink. And I have reviewed several of them from Japan. I have a playlist of low or no alcohol beers in there. I think about 18 or maybe 20 of them, and some of them are just horrible. But these days, companies are starting to produce them in a much better fashion, removing the alcohol without destroying the flavors, adding all sorts of extra ingredients to reproduce flavors. And today we will look at just such a beer. The beer I'm going to show you today is this one. It is called Asahi Beery IPA Style, and this is the fourth of the Beery series that I've looked at. I'll put up pictures of the other ones. The other ones are, the first one that came out was Asahi Beery, and that was in November of 2021. And then in the same month they brought out a Kaoru, was Asahi Beery, and that was in November of 2021. And then in the same month they brought out a Kaoru craft beer, which was kind of interesting. And then in October of 2022, this one came out, and then just in November or December of 2022, they brought out the Amber Ale Style. So I'll put up pictures of all of these for you that you can take a look at. And so there are four styles now, and they're all quite drinkable, I think. I haven't had this one yet, so we'll see. The Kaoru Craft was a big surprise to me, and the Amber Ale, which I just reviewed recently, was also quite, what I guess we could just say, drinkable. Unfortunately, they're producing this with a lot of adjuncts, and I think that's how they're getting the flavors. This contains barley malt, starch, barley extract, hops, unmalted barley, corn, rice, bittering flavor, fragrance, and CO2. So the flavors, are maybe not so natural, but again, most low or no alcohol beers tend to be, kind of horrible and hard to drink. So I wonder, increasingly beer companies are going to be adding more adjuncts to flavor or aroma adjuncts, and we will see. There's an interesting book called Proof about alcohol and alcoholic drinks, and they discuss, the science. The food scientists are able now to reproduce so many flavors by adding artificial ingredients, and I think sometimes people, you just can't tell. So let's give this one a go, shall we? It's an IPA. It's supposed to be an IPA style, 0.5% alcohol. So let's see if it has some. Another point for this beer is the price. Of course, it's 165 yen where I bought it, and that is I'd say around $1.30 or so now in current terms. So very, very reasonably priced. Okay, this is completely crystal clear, and it's got rather active little bubbles shooting up and around, and about a half a finger of kind of lifeless sort of head. Okay, Now this one really smells like a non-alcohol beer. It has that kind of sort of pungent, sort of vegetal, spicy, pruny sort of nose. And yeah, this one does not do it. Yeah, it starts out some light fruity graininess. The hops kind of kick in mid palate, but it really doesn't mask the no alcohol character. It's kind of sharp, especially in mid palate, and this just does not make it. Hard to drink. It's like they have like a harsh variety of spices in this. Yeah, no, it's like overly done. I do not recommend this one at all. You will see this one in the stores in Japan if you visit a large liquor store. You'll see this one, even in convenience stores. But I cannot recommend this one highly. The other one's the Amber Ale and the Kaoru Craft. I can recommend definitely any of those you'd like, especially the Amber Ale. Give that one a go. Okay. On Rate Beer, this one has no ratings. On Untapped, 74 ratings, and the average is only 2.72 out of 5, so not terribly high. Yeah. Once again, Asahi Beery IPA Style, and it doesn't taste like an IPA. It tastes like a jacked up, no alcohol beer made by a large corporation, which is what it actually is. So yeah, so give this one a go, or don't. I don't recommend it. So check out the playlist. I'll put a playlist of Asahi Beery beers, and also I have a playlist of low or no alcohol beers that you can check out as well. Okay, that's it for today. Bye bye.